Before we get into the video, I'd like to turn your attention to a referral link that you'll find in the description below somewhere, or on the page description on my homepage, where you get a $50 off on the Decent Biometric Wallet. And if you have a whole lot of coins, you might be interested in the package discount for the Decent Biometric Wallet 2-pack, where you save $129 off on the regular price. That's one heck of a deal. I hope you take advantage of it, because it's time to preserve and protect your funds. Be your own bank, folks. Hi, I'm DK Will, and this is DK. We'll talk about it.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right.
Walter Guru put out a article that ditching the US dollar will backfire on nations who push de-dollarization. And you have to ask yourself, why? Why would that backfire on nations who push de-dollarization? The article says BRIC nations are pushing de-dollarization efforts, something that we've talked about a lot here on this channel. And more is coming to fruition, as you'll see when I show you some of the other articles that are regarding this topic. It says, but experts warn this strategy may lead to unexpected consequences as countries like Russia and China lead the charge to reduce reliance on the US dollar. Concerns are growing about potential economic harm to the very nations pushing for change. And so we probably have to ask ourselves, what's the harm then? What's the harm? Well, let's examine that here for a moment. It says the drive behind BRICS de-dollarization efforts. Historical grievances and current geopolitical tensions fuel the BRICS nations' push for de-dollarization. Many of these countries have faced negative impacts from US dollar hegemony, you got it, including economic exploitation through capital flows, vulnerability to US sanctions, and exposure to dollar volatility. Okay, economic exploitation through capital flows is significantly reduced when these nations are able to conduct trade in their own local currencies. Vulnerability to US sanctions is exactly one of the motivations that prompted these nations to come up with a different system. But keep in mind, and I've said it before, that what's really going on is the little guys are getting on board so the big guy can join them. So these are narratives. What we're reading here are narratives. But interestingly enough, the narrative that de-dollarization is going to hurt the other nations is a US story, even though the guy's name is Vladimir Popescu, who wrote this story. But it is absolutely a narrative, and I'm going to deviate for a minute from this article to take a look over here at this article where it says, that's not the one I want. It's not the one I want. Bear with me, folks. I thought I had it all lined up right here. This one from a few days ago, where the BRICS officially announced a financial system similar to SWIFT. That financial system is still a US-based system of US origin because it's the Interledger Protocol. How do we know this? Well, let's look at this article. It says the BRICS Alliance is looking to bypass the Western SWIFT system and replace it with its own financial mechanism. I have done videos before that has shown that these countries are using Ripple's technology. India, for sure, is using Ripple's technology. Russia, for sure, is using Ripple's technology. Brazil is using Ripple's technology. These countries are using Ripple's technology to leave the SWIFT, which is still subjecting themselves to a US-based system. The narratives are all designed for us because this is all part of a plan to level the playing field. It says the creation of a new financial messaging system similar to SWIFT will allow Brics to reshape the global trade landscape. The new financial messaging system is not similar to SWIFT. And I have done videos in the past regarding these different mechanisms that Russia and even the G7 countries are using. It says the majority of cross-border transactions are now settled using SWIFT, and cutting ties with the system provides leverage to the 9-member alliance. This article is so inaccurate. It's not a 9-member alliance. It's an 11-member alliance, unless somebody withdrew. It says Brics can create a new payment system without incorporating the US dollar for transactions. Cross-border transactions. In today's financial world, when you hear that phrase, you think of one company, Ripple. Challenging the SWIFT system? Ripple has said that they are challenging the SWIFT system. It says Russia confirmed that the Brics Alliance plans to build a new payment system similar to SWIFT. The financial agenda of Brics has a main initiative for building a new economic reality that solves both major tasks. Creating our own financial messaging system for the Brics countries, similar to SWIFT, based on state-owned banks capable of clearing settlements of counterparties from Brics countries and the related role of the same bank, said the deputy chairman of the Russian State Duma. Now, I did a video on that recently, and that video was this thumbnail here, IQD, XRP, all the money. Can you see? It's all part of the plan. And in that video, I supported and substantiated and proved that this new monetary system is Ripple, despite the narratives that they're giving us. And so, as you are aware, I don't like double work. So we're going to listen into the work that's already been done so that we can continue further with the material that I'm covering. But this is from that video, all the money. Let's listen in. Now remember, I asked you to remember to keep in mind the Central Bank of Russia. And I hope we all understand the role central banks play in the monetary system of every country. I also got a video back there of that to show that the Rothschild family owns the overwhelming majority of them. I'll try to make that one of the cards, but that's off topic. Because if you have any doubt in reading this information here from Dinar Recaps, that Russia's SPFS system, enabling trade and financial transactions in their national currencies and bypassing the US dollar, are not a part of the regular system, I just showed you that it is. And it will prove the point I made at the end of another one of my videos of what's really going on right now with the monetary system. But let's talk about one more thing. And here is that one more thing. I said remember the Central Bank of Russia, right? The Central Bank of Russia to begin using XRP for cross-border settlements. So when we see articles like this, which are as much narrative as they are information, we have to read them with discernment, because ditching the US dollar will backfire on nations who push de-dollarization. Well, not necessarily, since the US is behind the system that they're ditching the US dollar for. However, there is a way that it will backfire, and it's something that is not necessarily negative in a sense, but it is something that I discussed on one of my very first videos that I created, and it's nice how it's coming full circle now to show the impact and actually the insight on those videos. And that video was the video with this thumbnail here, World War III, XRP is the bomb. And in that video, I made mention of the fact that the U.S. had created a Trojan horse, that it is getting countries to adopt more and more, which is the XRP interledger protocol and on-demand liquidity, the entire infrastructure system, the to break down those walled gardens that David Schwartz spoke of, but how they're getting them to adopt all this system and the use of XRP, while at the same time putting on this SEC farce, making it appear that the U.S. is not for the implementation of that technology. But see, now that they're getting ready to actually do it, now they're all talking positively about crypto and the technology, because now they're ready to turn around and do it. But it was all part of the plan in the first place, to get the little guys on board via Brics. And then when the big boy joins with all the gold, it's not a major imbalance or unfair exchange in international trade, when the big boy has gold-backed money that's way more valuable than the paper that the little countries were dealing with. So how do you fix it? You fix it by having the BRICS nations hurry up and catch up so that they can play with the big boy, under the guise of them operating against the purpose of the plan. But the truth is, they are all part of the plan. And so while they're announcing this system, it's the U.S. system. And at the same time, don't forget that they also have gone gold back. So now, is the gold back beginning the end for the U.S. dollar? The answer is yes. It's the end for the fiat dollar. But it's not the end of the United States dollar, because the United States dollar is also going to go gold back, and it's going to retain its competitive value on a level playing field. And so that's what's happening. So when you see these articles like this, it pays to take into consideration where things are really going. And where things are going is to a gold-backed system. So when they announce this system, we've shown you in my prior video that system is Ripple, is XRP. So that's about all I wanted to talk about. I'm traveling again. I'm not home. If I sound different, and I know you don't hear Bogey, and I know you don't hear the dogs, and so I'm traveling again because I have to wrap up family business. But I want to get this video out. It'll be a week without a video, so I'm getting this out. So I hope you like. I hope you subscribe. I hope you share. I hope you stick around. I hope you come back. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm DK Will. This is DK Will Talk About It, and I've talked about it. Have a wonderful day.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right.